Disappointment, sadness, backstories.
That's
D&D.
been my whole life. All right.
Cue the intro.
Cue the intro.
Cue the intro. Okay, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Idiots Rolling Dice. I am your Dungeon Master, Mimic, and I'm here with my favorite people. Starting first with Miss Daisy Cakes.
Hi, it's me. I'm Daisy. I'm playing Talia on this adventure. I am a kind of a antisocial person that is hanging out with these guys, trying to keep them alive, because keeping them alive keeps me alive, because they're a lot bigger than me and I can hide behind them a lot, so it works perfectly. And I am a little concerned about what we're heading into, but I'm ready to do it.
You sure?
Sure. Nope, not in a million years, but we're gonna have to do it anyway, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yep. Next up, Mr. Jimmy.
Yo. My Jimmy here. I play Jade Dragonborn, former military rogue and intelligence gatherer. Big SOB, just like my partner down there, Jax, who's just reckless.
That's a word for it.
That's for the intro. I'll keep it nice. As I go, I'll just be, nasty. But anyway, yeah, let's have some fun, guys.
Next up, Play to Fool.
Hello. I'm Play the Fool, playing Demetrius Longwing, self-taught wizard dragonborn. When his family went off to fight in a war, he decided to go off, hide in a cave, and learn magic. That's what dragonborn do, right?
Yeah.
So he's kind of just tagging along out of curiosity with his new friends and seeing what adventuring is all about.
Last but not least, Mr. Vex.
Was popping. I played Jax. Little rough around the edges. Doesn't really give a shit about anybody because all he's known is military life. So he's kind of like the lone wolf kind of person, goes in without really thinking about others. But he's learning a little bit.
I always thought of myself as a one-man wolf pack.
Exactly.
Okay. Fun stuff. So last we left off, our heroes had parlayed with the goddess Artemis. They came to an agreement that the group would not smell Artemis's location after the gods, and in exchange she gave all of our heroes some special items. She also mentioned that there had been some suspicious activity around the nearby lake, which our heroes decided to look into. As they investigated the lake, our friends discovered that many of the animals were acting violent and feral around the immediate waters, and Jax detected a strong sense of evil underneath the lake. They then discovered a suspicious puzzle door, which Demetrius cleverly solved, and revealed a tunnel leading under the lake. Underwater, they discovered another eclipse ritual, where a water elemental had been summoned by an eclipse priest that they had intended to set on the city of Thebes. Thinking quickly in the cramped underground tunnels, our heroes were able to stop the creature before it could escape to the city, and as they were looking through the remaining clues, the party stumbled onto a walking, talking creature with a giant chest for a head, who was able to talk the party into letting him tag along, and Jax found himself a little too handsy with a mysterious trident. As our heroes escaped a secret lair, they then set towards the walled city of Thebes, and that's where we begin the day. So this has all kind of happened basically by mid-afternoon. It's getting the sun is starting to set a little bit, but it's still kind of early in the day. So Thebes, as you guys kind of exit the underground tunnel, gather your bearings. Boxy, the sentient mimic with the bag of holding head, he came out with you and shrunk himself down from a 10-foot tall size to a normal size. He puts a mask on over his face, a big, it's a wooden painted mask on a face. And he's like, I just tell people I got burned and they don't want to see my fucking face. And usually people fall for it, so. But, that's Thebes. If you want to go that way, I just punched my microphone. And yeah, you guys have this huge city with giant walls. It's like 3/4 of a mile away. It's less than a mile away from where you guys are now.
Wow. Let's see. What were we planning on doing when we got here?
I want to get this trident looked at.
I mean, I can tell you a little bit about the trident. Not everything, but I can tell you a little.
Well, I just want to get know if I can get this curse I'm breaking, because it kind of feels like a curse.
Oh yeah, you're definitely cursed, man. Like it's not even really that close, dude. You grabbed that thing is bad news.
Oh, I just wanted to get checked out to see if someone maybe in Thebes could help.
I mean, we can get it checked out, but that's old magic, man.
I don't know that you're gonna be able to get that off. He's right. Old magic is hard to dislodge from something of that nature, and it's bound to you. So, I feel like
I mean, it's not truly bound. I can put it away. It kind of just hurts my arm.
Yeah, so at first it did pierce your skin and make it so you could only hold it. That was it, sort of binding to you. But you can move your hand and put it away now. But he's like, I mean, yeah, it's not physically bound to you, but that shit's linked with your soul at this point, bro.
That kind of sounds cool.
It's not. It is not.
I mean, as long as it's not eating my soul, I don't really care.
I mean, I know a lot about eating, trust me. But
so. Yeah.
I mean, I might know
poor decision. It was a poor decision.
I might know someone who could help me real quick. As I go walk off and just kind of see if Ares will answer.
Oh, okay. I guess he's just gonna go do his thing then.
does he walk off like this all the time, just by himself?
Yeah, all the time. We just kind of ignore it. I don't know if he's drunk. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Isn't he he's like a chosen champion, right? So Jax, you're not hearing this, but the rest of you are. He's so this whole curse thing of mine I got to deal with, right? I can sense magical energies. I can tell a little bit about magical items. If I eat something, I can tell you everything about it.
If you eat something?
Yeah.
Where? Okay. There or up there?
He pulls his mask off and his head expands like a big 3-foot wide chest again. He opens his mouth. It's this giant tongue and teeth. He's like, I put it in here. I put it in here. And
okay.
Chomp. His head shrinks back down.
If he eats, can we get it back?
Depends. I can choose whether to fully consume something, at which point I can absorb some of its power, or I can choose to store it. I pulled this robe out, right? This robe has no special powers or anything.
So you can have storage, but you also can eat it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So I have an eternal greed for powerful magic items that I constantly hunger for. And that's kind of been my driving force after I kind of just gave up on breaking the curse.
Okay.
I mean, that's why I got down there. I was trying to get that trident and eat it for myself, but I got caught, Fuck you gonna do?
I'm just over here trying to talk to Ares.
Go ahead and say whatever prayer you want to roll and roll your religion check.
All right. Gonna walk over. Just kind of not gonna take any kneeling like I usually am when I'm praying to him. Just kind of standing up, just be like, "Hey, Ares, don't know if you're available, but I could use a little help in figuring something out."
Okay, go ahead and roll your religion check.
14. 5, right? So 19.
You get like just a ping back. Says, something's weird. I don't have time right now, but something's definitely fucked up with your energy, dude. What's up?
Touched the trident, and it kind of probably eating my soul. I'm assuming.
There's so many tridents in Greece. You'll have to be more specific.
It's a very black and decked out trident.
That's not my realm, dude.
No, I was just wondering if you knew something. That's all.
Black ornate sounds like something from the underworld, if I'm gonna be honest. And a lot of underworld stuff, our magic is really ineffective against.
Gotcha. Okay.
I gotta go, man. I'm sorry, I can't hold on no longer.
No, it's all good. I was just wondering if you were free. Thank you for answering.
You feel him disappear.
I walk back in the room and goes, all right. That was
How was that?
not very informative. He was busy.
Oh,
Who was busy?
Okay.
Aries?
You just go off and talk to Ares all by yourself? Leave your friends over here?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Gotta concentrate a little bit.
Well, that's fine. I guess. I don't know. You ever wonder if like they have questions for him?
I don't know if they can talk to him.
I don't think so.
I've never actually tried it with anybody. I've kind of always just hung out with him by myself.
Huh. I mean, hey, different strokes for different folks.
I don't think I'd even know what to ask a god.
I mean, Aries is really chill.
You've met a couple of them. What do you mean?
It's scary.
I met stabbed me.
Did you
Yeah.
deserve it? Which one? Which one actually?
Athena.
Oh, fuck that bitch.
I mean, I got sad by
Fuck that bitch. Why do you think I look like this?
Oh.
To be fair,
Okay.
she wasn't the one who actually cursed me. It was Nemesis that cursed me, because Athena was actually too stupid to figure out I'd conjure. But still, fuck her.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
Moving on, please.
I'm
I
not
don't know why
scared.
you
They
guys-
can't track
Yeah.
me. They can't find me.
I mean, I don't even know why you guys are scared of gods. Kind of cool.
It's
Some of them are chill. I mean,
it's
Athena's just
intimidating. For
fat
sure.
shit crazy.
It is it's a little intimidating.
I mean, Artemis was chill.
Yeah, but I mean, they're all much bigger and powerful, very powerful. Nope. I like being small and insignificant.
I mean, that's fair. But most of the gods are chill, so. I'd start walking to Thebes.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll just go. So we just keep walking. Does anybody need what do people need? What do you guys need? Do we need to stop anywhere? Do we need to?
We need to rest. Everyone's almost dead.
Yeah.
Looks like you guys got pretty
Um,
fucked up.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. We should probably do that. Oh yeah. Is there a?
Yeah, so we go to Thebes.
Okay. You guys walk towards Thebes with a. I mean, it's this great walled city. A lot of like these surrounding, like workers and stuff that would be like working in the fields outside or doing stuff in like merchant areas outside the walls have kind of turned in for the day, so you don't notice too much until you get there. And like everything seems fine from the outside of the city. As you approach the like entrance, though, make perception checks.
Oof, that's not gonna be good.
9.
21.
14.
22.
So Jax and Jade, you guys are just kind of like, this looks like a fucking big city. Talia and Demetrius, though, you guys notice that like people going in and out of the city seem to be looking very down, kind of like upset, or more like not depressed, just like worn out and exhausted, kind of. People they look very ragged almost. And as you guys approach the gate, 3 guards step in your way and say, "You have to pay the toll to enter the city."
What's the toll?
2 gold each.
That's kind of a high toll.
No toll, no Thebes.
Why is there a toll?
Because that's the rule.
Oh,
Make
I
an
was just
insight check.
wondering. 16.
This guy's full of shit. There is no rule. You could see, like, kind of by the way he paused and, like, kind of gathered himself, that he's clearly lying about something.
Huh. Last time I remember coming here, there was no toll or anything, actually.
We got a new king, new rules.
Really?
Yeah, can't have that motherfucker on the throne anymore. Everybody make history checks.
Not 20.
Talia, I'll just tell you. When you came by Thebes the last time you stopped in the city, just a few months ago, 6 or 7 months ago, Oedipus was the king of Thebes, and he was an incredibly well-liked and well-respected king. Thebes seemed to be prospering, and things seemed very happy, like 7 months ago when you were here last under King Oedipus.
So,
Like the pun, by the way.
what?
Oedipus, the motherfucker.
I don't get that joke, but okay.
I mean,
Read
Talia
Oedipus,
wouldn't
right?
know at this point, so.
Ow, okay.
They like all draw their. I think it clicked.
I think it did.
Or somebody used Google.
No, I'm just looking at Daisy's face. She's just like, what?
I just hate you all. That's fine.
So like the 3 guards that are there kind of like pull their spears, and they're like, "No toll, no entry."
You know, guys, come on, let us in. You know there's no toll. You guys are bullshitting.
Go ahead, make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Wait, I don't want to get stabbed again.
I mean, these are
just kinda
3
like-
like scrawny looking guard dudes.
I mean, I'm gonna
Wow.
hold, like, kind of smash the trident into the ground.
I mean, they're not gonna get startled at you just smashing the trident into the ground. So if you wanted to just say, if you were saying, just let us through, you know, make your persuasion check with disadvantage. But just smashing the trident isn't gonna really scare them.
2.
I mean, they
Correct.
point their spears at you.
I don't know what to do. They're big. They're bigger than me, probably.
Yeah, I mean, you're not a very
Okay.
tall person, but like you guys
Yeah.
have magical items, 2 literal
mean-
dragons, and
Oh, you know what I could use? I could use my staff. Turns into a snake.
yeah, I mean, if you want
Snake.
to use that staff, go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna use it. let's see. What do I have to do to it? I haven't done anything with it. I kind of just like not sneak, but just kind of step to the side so that maybe they don't see me like drop it, but I kind of just make like a popping motion with my wrist that when I do that to throw down the staff, that's what makes it know that I want it to turn into a constrictor.
Okay.
And it will slither towards them as it goes and hopefully scare them.
So
Okay,
Talia, out basically from behind your leg, this giant snake just fucking forms out of like your boot almost. I mean, go ahead and roll an intimidation check with advantage for me, Talia.
I kind of look back and like look back at the guards and just kind of shrug. You want to let us in now?
See what you done did?
It better work. I only got an 11.
With advantage?
11 and 17.
All the guards drop their shit and fucking run. As the snake
Fantastic.
slithers out.
Excellent.
Basic, like you just, it looks to them like you just shit out a giant snake.
It's a giant turd, man.
Yeah, as it like grew behind you, wrapping around all of you and hissing at the three of them. It's like that scene in Shrek where the captain turns around and all his like men have run off, but their spears and shields are still like floating in the air. It's just like that. As now you have a giant snake, and everybody is in the gateway to one of the biggest cities in all of Greece is running and screaming away from where you are currently.
Good job, Talia. Let's just roll.
I know. I snap my fingers 3 times, and that's the indicator for it to go back down to a staff.
The snake shrivels back up. Boxy's just like, those were like scrawny little dudes. I don't know if the snake was really worth that, but fuck it.
I mean, I was ready to throw hands.
I mean, they probably would have buggered off if you just like pointed your trident at them and were like, "Rawr, let me in."
Jax, you're always ready to throw hands, dude.
No, man. We gotta do
I am the champion of Ares, my guy.
You
I
got
like
two,
to
like,
fight.
one of the dragons could have just like opened their mouth and gone like, "Zzz." Like you got lightning. The other guy's got fire. That would have been more like.
Well, you know what? Maybe the dragons should try stepping up.
I am a humble-
Ooh, yeah. Honestly, what's up with the 2 like humanoid people doing all the work?
Shit.
We have 2 dragons that are intimidating as fuck. Well, maybe not Demetrius. I feel like he's a scrawny dragon.
Well, he's a big dragon. He's a humble wizard.
He can
Dude,
also
I'm a
make.
rogue. I'm working the shadows. You're the fighter.
Rogues are more fucking intimidating than fighters. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I mean, pull. Anyway, I don't think this is probably the best place for us to all be arguing right now, as considering we've just alerted the entire city to our fucking presence.
They should have had the red carpet out for us. Just saying.
I mean, yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you.
We pretty
They'll
much
never know
got
you saved
ourselves
them.
the red carpet.
Yes, the red is going to be blood in this case.
I just start walking in.
So people are still kind of like running. A few other people are like, who like didn't see the snake appear, are just like confused, kind of. But as you get like inside the city, at least in this first little entryway, it has like a similar sort of layout to Athens. It has like this central market, this high castle area, and like lots of temples. But as you guys get in, you can see that the city itself is like fucking filthy. It's dirty. There's lots of people that look ragged like before. And everybody go ahead and make perception checks as you guys are here.
15.
I've rolled 3 10s in a fucking row.
Ooh,
15.
feels great, doesn't it?
I looked at some oranges over there.
So yeah, I mean, Demetrius and Talia, in the same kind of way, you can at least tell that it's gotten bad since you were here like 6-7 months ago. Like
Yeah,
they seem to have gone
happened.
downhill fast. Demetrius, you're just kind of like shocked by it. This is not the Thebes you read about. But Jade and Jax, you guys, you see like people trading like shit wrapped up in like rags for like little pouches of what look to be coins. You see, I mean, men and women like seductively leading people into like back alleys and stuff. Like this city looks like shit. As you guys step further into it, you also are now hearing, you know, what sounds to be like marching or soldiers running towards you.
Uh-oh.
I kind of point to a back alley and just go, let's just move in there real quick.
All right, everybody, give me a stealth check. Let's go, Boxy.
12.
7.
18.
21.
As you guys all kind of duck into the back alley, there's this group of like 10 soldiers that like come sprinting down towards the gate, and they literally all just like run outside. Like, where'd they go? Where'd they go? They look like Skyrim NPCs on patrol. Hey, you guys, you're not exactly the quietest bunch. You've had like kind of caused like this little stir here in the entrance of the city. But the group of guards that was initially sent to apprehend you cannot seem to find you at this point. The one thing you guys do realize is, yeah, you've drawn a lot of attention to yourself already. So what are you guys doing? What are you guys looking for?
I'm gonna see if I'm gonna ask people if there's just like a magic person around here, like that can understand like magic weapons.
Go ahead and just give me a flat charisma check.
I think I'm a -2 to charisma too.
Actually, investigation. Give me an investigation check, not a charisma
Okay.
check.
It's even fucking worse than my charisma. What? Investigation.
dumb,
+3.
angry-
Actually, it's not that bad. It's so bad. 9.
9. So I mean, you like kind of ask around. I mean, Jax, you ask around a couple people. The only thing you get is maybe talk with a priest, or maybe talk with the king.
I'll see if there's a priest around.
Okay. Anybody else looking for anything in particular?
I would like to know more about the king situation, because last time I was here, it seemed fine. Everything was very different, and I don't know what the hell happened, but I kind of want to know.
You go ahead and make an investigation check, Talia.
Okay. 18.
You find like,
And-
oh yeah.
Sorry, 19.
You find like a group of people like sitting around like a fire, sharing a little thing of wine, and they say, "Can we help you with something?"
I'm curious as to what kind of changes have gone on in the city in the last few months.
I mean, apparently, King Oedipus was a little, I don't know. It's tough to say he was a bad guy, but, after he solved the riddle of the Sphinx and saved Thebes, we named him king, and he married the former queen. She was prettiest girl in the city, right? Well, apparently he had been like the son of King Lais, former king, and the queen that he married was his mom.
Oh.
And he apparently, when Lais went to find the king, or solve the Sphinx riddle, Oedipus killed him, solved the riddle, saved the city, came back and, bore 2 children with his mother. I don't know. So he kind of isn't here anymore.
Okay, so, but is there no one in charge?
King Creon's in charge now until Oedipus's sons come of age. But, I mean, we got a lot of people who were displaced by the war coming back. Creon's more of a military guy. And Jax and Jade, you guys would know Creon, for like the first few years of the war, was like a general for like soldiers from Thebes. But he got injured and was forced to come home. And he's like, he was more of a military guy, not really the political leader that Thebes needs right now. And to be honest, I mean, the people are kind of split on Oedipus's sons. So,
As to whether or not they are fit to lead?
yeah, I mean, well, one of them is pretty cool. I think he's working on some project at one of the temples, actually. But the other one, kind of a shithead. But then there's people who are also just like, we shouldn't have children of incest be our rulers at all. And we need a new line of kings or something.
Well, I guess I can understand. But
It's not the kid's fault.
no.
Hell, it's
and
not even
he was
Oedipus's fault. He didn't even know he was... Like, his parents gave him to his parents thought he was dead. He didn't know that he was their kid. He thought he was like a farmer's boy.
Okay, so, I mean, really, then I don't know. I don't even understand the bloodline things. It's just the way it's always been.
I leave that for the fates.
It's probably a better way to do it. They know more.
I can't change anything, so it is what it is.
Well,
But yeah, the city's gone downhill. Bad.
yeah, as it seems, we had men attempting to con us into paying them to get into the city.
Yeah, I mean, the guards around here are corrupt as all hell.
Yeah, I figured. And it's probably not gonna... definitely doesn't help the situation for anything else bad that happens around here. But... Oh, makes me glad that, we protected the city. Because I don't know that you guys would have survived it. But, that's okay.
Protected the city? What the hell are you talking about? The city's...
We are just returning from interrupting an attempt to conjure something that would have come to Thebes and destroyed the city. And now we're here trying to figure out what our next steps are and how to handle this. And now I'm concerned for Thebes. It's sad. I was here just a few months ago and it was a very different place here, and I mean, if you guys had been attacked, I don't know that any of those soldiers really would have done anything. They were scrawny, they were tiny, I'm
gonna be honest, lady, you sound kind of crazy. You said you slayed some mysterious monster that nobody can verify the whereabouts of. I mean,
it's okay. You don't. You could think I'm crazy. That's all right.
That might work on other
know.
people. That's not gonna work on me.
Okay. Well, we'll be on our way then. Thanks for your information.
They just go back to doing what they were doing.
Cool.
I was on my way to the temple anyway. To find a priest.
Are you going by yourself?
I left way before you guys even started talking to him.
You just left before we could even. Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Jax, you come to as you approach one of the temples, you see that there's a group of people doing some sort of construction project on the temple. And you see there's a young man at the start, or at the kind of like leading everything, but like also helping. He's like up on scaffolding, like helping set stones and stuff. They're like repairing a pillar, basically. And you see that this like young man who's, I mean, kind of reminds you of like you when you left to the war, same kind of age. They're like, all the people are like responding to him as you're doing this, as they're like working on this project. You see there is like a couple priests outside, like supervising stuff, but not doing any of the work.
I'm gonna call out to the guy on the scaffolding and be like, "Hey, you leading everything on this thing, construction?"
He turns and says, "Yeah, grab some stones, help."
Jax just starts helping just because that's what he is. He's just that type of person.
Yeah, go. Yeah, you just like start, you know, passing stones along as he like helps. He's like helps setting stuff as like some like masons or like helping like repair some damage that's been done. And like the project's like kind of at the end, and he's like still standing on the scaffolding as everybody else kind of climbed down. Says, "All right, good work, everyone. Really appreciate all the help. Thank you, all of us who, you know, all the workers. Your wages will be handed by the priest over there for the day, and any volunteers who helped, you have my gratitude." And he like pulls out a coin and just like flips a couple people, like just a coin, basically, including yourself, Jax. And he like
take and just kind of give it to the next person.
Cool. He hops down and says, "Thank you." He personally like thanks everybody. Everybody seems to be like very much responding to this very young man.
I kind of go up to him after everyone's he's gone to everybody, and just go like, "Hey, you like a head priest or something?"
Oh no, not at all. I leave that to the older fellows over there. Just a man trying to help out. He reaches out and he says, "It's Etiocles. Nice to meet you."
I'm Jax.
Make
Nice to
a
meet you.
perception check as you kind of introduce yourself with him.
Ooh, 18.
18. You see that this, like, as you're kind of talking to him, a few guards come up, not specifically looking for you, you can kind of tell, but a couple guards come up and seem to, like, be watching this man, but not in, like, a hunting manner, more in, like, a protective manner.
Okay. I mean, good work. I like the things you're doing. I'm with a party just passing through, and got this trident stuck to my hand, so I was just looking for a priest to see if he could like tell me anything about it.
I mean, you can ask the priest. There's a what did she call herself? She called herself a priestess of something, not a regular god or goddess, who's visiting my uncle up at the palace. She might know more. I can have her come find you if you're looking for something like that. But you might ask the priests first.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you could send her my way, we'll probably be staying at an inn somewhere.
Okay. So I'll just look through every inn, send her to all of them, and see if she can find you.
We'll probably be the one closest to the palace.
Okay. Well, if you get any
yeah.
further information, just send word up to the palace and said Etiocles was expecting a message from you. What's your name, so I
Awesome.
can know too?
It's Jax.
Jax.
Jax Karn.
Got you. Well, thank you for the help. I should probably be
welcome.
returning.
Good luck. Watch your back. Seems like it's a pretty shitty town nowadays.
Town's gone through a rough time. But I mean, look what we did. He kind of points up to the pillar that's been restored. We still have the power to do good things around here.
That you do. Keep up the good work, son. Kind of pat him on the shoulder.
He nods and goes off with the guards, heading up towards the kind of upper palace area. What are the rest of you doing?
Demetrius is kind of just wandering around. He doesn't really have anything that he needs to do before the group rests.
Okay.
I'm kind of just
I was gonna say
wandering around.
we should really be figuring out where we're gonna rest. I mean, I'm okay, but it you know, and everybody else is not doing as well. So it would also be nice to get a rest because we've kind of been going for a little bit. And it doesn't look like there's too many inns, but we should probably stay around the palace.
Cool.
Or maybe we should wait for Jax to get back.
You guys, as you guys are wandering around, you kind of all find each other. He sort of mentioned he was going off to a temple. Demetrius and Jade, go ahead and make perception checks for me.
I'm just assuming I didn't find anything out from a priest.
Oh yeah,
Nothing more than what Ares told me.
as they're making perception checks, the priests just kind of like shun away from the spear. They're like, "Son, I can't help you with that. That is a horrible item." I guess go ahead and make investigation check if you want.
He picked up something really bad.
Jade and
15.
Demetrius, what'd you guys roll on your perception checks?
10.
I rolled a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So Jade, you don't really notice anything off. But Demetrius, you notice that there's only humans in the city. And even in Athens, like, and even in Holly, the brief moment you were there were some, like, there's not that many dragonoids, but there were like some goblins, some orcish people, some different, humanoid creatures. In Thebes here, there's nothing but humans. Jax, with your investigation check, one of the priests doesn't shy away immediately, and he just says, "That's old magic, very evil. You'll need divine help on that one, son."
Uh-oh.
I mean, you are a priest. No better divine magic than you guys, so.
I'm not that divine.
Jax just kind of starts laughing and goes, "Fair enough." Thank you guys. Hope the renovations go well, if it's more than just a pillar.
Prince Teocles does a very good job.
Well, hopefully he becomes king one day.
Between you and me, I hope the Thebes stands that long.
Is it really that bad?
Things have been tough since the fall of King Oedipus. I understand the great sins, but...
Is it the, current king's fault that it's this bad?
Creon is a good, honorable man. Creon is doing the best he can. But... it's not enough. I mean, the one thing that really has kind of preserved things for this long was actually Creon's idea, and he granted land to non-human creatures on the kind of northern end of the region, allowed them to establish a free city outside Boeotian government, and that got a lot of the unrest out. But unfortunately, our crops have been bad. Fishing has been horrible in the lake. We haven't had much. Things have just been tough. Things have been very tough, and hopefully the gods will shine on us soon.
Well, maybe the fishing will pick back up now. Hopefully.
Our prayers are hoping for it every day.
Your prayers may have been heard. That's all I'm saying.
Fingers crossed.
Jax doesn't really disclose that he has the thing that was making the people or the creatures mad.
They kind of go back in the temple as the rest of the group meets up with you.
Oh, what's up, fam? What's poppin'?
looking for a place to spend the night.
There's a place not far from here, I think.
Okay. Well, we were waiting to see what ended up happening with you. Did you get any answers?
Nope. But I met a prince.
Oh, a prince.
Yeah.
What was a prince doing out in the open for you to meet?
Oh, I started helping fix the pillar.
Oh, he was there?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he was helping out, fixing the temple up.
Wow, that's good. I mean,
And
so it sounds like he's a good guy.
I mean, he was really nice. Gave all the workers wages, even gave the volunteers like a coin.
Did anybody mention the king?
I mean, no one mentioned the king except for when I talked to one of the priests.
What did he say about the king? Is the current king the reason why everything looks like this?
He didn't particularly say it was his fault. He said he was a good, honorable man. Said he's doing his best, and that mostly it stems from just like this city going to shit just because like their crops are bad, fishing is bad, there's probably no money coming in. And it doesn't seem there's a lot of traders coming in anyway. I mean,
No. And I mean, I can only imagine that there's a smudge on the map, if you were, for anybody that believes that the Great Sin is worth destroying a city. Because, I mean, now we know a little bit more about the situation, but I don't know how it got this way. I just can't believe how different it
I
looks.
mean, it was probably this as kind of Jax just kind of holds up his arm with the trident.
What?
Well, he said the fishing has been bad, right? So it was under the lake, making animals go nuts. Animals are going nuts, probably killing crops and stuff. I mean, they're probably killing each other, but also just attacking everything they saw.
So we think that this is a bad thing that was...
Oh, it's definitely bad, honey. It's
it was
super not
magically
good.
infesting
It was
everything.
probably eating at the land.
Probably.
So, okay, so we got rid of it. So maybe things will get better.
For the land, not for this guy.
You know, you don't have to rub it in. I already know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be slowly be eaten and go mad or some shit. Probably.
I'm just trying to warn you that
Can we
is
maybe
bad.
we should get it? Can we get it somewhere else where we could like abandon it and it won't keep finding you, or like?
If I probably go away from it, I'd probably die. I'm kind of assuming. I have no idea how this curse works, but when I picked it up, I kind of felt it kind of. Obviously, it stepped into my hand, right?
Yeah.
You saw that. But when I picked it up, I just felt like a connection to it.
Oh yeah, it's so bound to you. It's
Yeah,
very.
That's bad. That's very bad.
So I guarantee
Okay.
you, if this staff ever leaves probably like a 2-foot radius of me, I'd probably start dying.
Okay, well, good to know. Let's try to avoid that. I mean,
I
is
mean, I
there?
would love to avoid that. I would love to like find a fucking hope at some point, maybe find a priest of Hades. Who knows? That deals in dark magic.
That's a good place to start. You won't find many of them.
Yeah, that's why I said hopefully. But I do have hopefully someone that knows coming to the inn to talk to me. The prince is gonna send her our way. So
So Jax, you ask around. You ask, what, like, inn is closest to the palace, and you find the one that's closest. You guys have to give just like 3 gold a person for the night. Boxy pulls out, pays his share, and you guys. It's like a little tavern. There's like a small stone house, or like a tower of like small stone houses, kind of built into a wall, at like above it. They say, "This room's yours."
Oh, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Honestly, we should also just kind of rest, chill out for the day.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like shit. Jade probably feels like hell.
I mean, I feel okay. I'm tired, man.
I'm surprised I
love to
can
just sit.
even move.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I feel like I could use a drink, and then I want to go to bed.
Is there a tavern anywhere around us?
Yeah, there's like a little tavern kind of attached to the bottom of this area.
Cool. No, well, there is a tavern like next
Taverna,
door.
specifically.
Yeah.
Taverna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go down to Laverna, have a drink, and then we'll have a rest and see what our plan is for tomorrow.
Honestly, sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Yep.
Who wants to come?
I'll go for a drink.
I'll go for one.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all going for one.
All right. Let's go. And I like turn around like, let's go.
So you
Go
guys,
get some drinks.
you guys can go. They have wine and ales, whichever you guys would want. And yeah, you guys, sit around. It's like this open air kind of thing. Very trendy, very chic. You guys have kind of like, as you got closer to the palace, or the Cadmea, which is the like central palace in Thebes. Like the area has gotten nicer, more patrolled. You can see there's still like guards out searching for you, but none of them like know who you guys are. Luckily, the snake kind of caused the original 3 guards to forget your faces. So yeah, chilling in the tavern. Is anyone doing anything specifically, or are you guys just gonna have your drink and go to bed?
We're gonna have a drink and then I'm gonna, after we talk for a little bit, probably just go sit in like, if there's a lobby of the inn, and just see if this woman comes.
This taverna, this like open air place where the drinks are served, is like the lobby.
Oh, okay.
So if we're here just chilling, having drinks, then you can multitask.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, pretty
Yes.
much.
All right.
So-
I'm gonna get an ale. Just a big mug that's like bigger than my fist. And just carrying that thing around.
Jax is classy, he gets wine.
All right. Yeah, you seem like a classy bitch. I should have known.
Sorry.
It's not that classy. Everybody drinks wine.
Very classy.
I don't know what you're talking about. The poorest citizens drink wine. It's one of our biggest exports in all of Greece.
I was about to say wine is huge right now.
It's like
Especially in this
it's
era.
almost all we have.
Yeah.
I prefer a good ale. That's all.
It's probably because you lived in the woods.
Blessed be, I guess.
That's true.
Even though I would think you'd be more about wine because you lived in the woods.
No, they use it for weird things where I lived, and I just didn't like it.
Like what weird things?
They made it out of weird things, and it made it taste weird. I don't want to talk about it. Just
How
bad
do you
taste.
make wine out of weird things?
I
Wine is
don't-
just grapes.
Why do you think I didn't want to drink it?
I'm just curious.
Did you ever
like,
actually
how-
drink the wine?
No.
How'd you
How
know
do
they
you-
make it made
yeah.
out of weird things?
Because
So,
I watched
if you've
I
never
watched them
had it,
do
how do you know
weird
how it tastes?
things. Listen, I lived in a very strange place, and it's, we didn't go anywhere. We didn't go buy a lot of things. A lot of stuff was made from what we had.
I
So-
guarantee you that wine was probably kick ass. Are you kidding?
I don't know.
Maybe it
I've had some
was.
homemade wine. I've been alive for a long time. I've had a lot of homemade wine. Some of it really sucks, so I don't necessarily blame you. It also sounds like you just live with some weird fucking people.
Yeah,
So-
In a cult or something? Like, damn.
So
Wait, you did?
Oh.
that's That's a story for a different day.
That's
I don't
probably
know.
why she didn't drink the wine.
I don't know. We're
didn't
in a
drink-
fucking right now. Let's talk about it.
No,
Let's go.
I don't want to talk about it. We're gonna talk about how my ale is delicious, and I'm gonna drink it over there. And I like turn around, take a drink, and keep walking away.
We're gonna talk about this
No, we're not.
at some
Yikes.
point.
I mean, I guess now I understand why she has like so much trouble with people,
Makes
right?
sense.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
She's a goddamn cult.
Jax, you're kind of you see a person with like a dark robe and hood enter the like taverna and sit in one of the corners. Jade and Demetrius, you guys are just shooting the shit with Boxy. Talia, you're kind of away from the group. Go ahead and make a perception check.
15 plus 3, 18.
You see this person walk into the wood or walk into the tavern as well, and you see Jax take notice of her. She is in like a dark black robe with like purple tinges on it, with a hood up. You can tell it's a feminine body at least. And yeah, Jax, do you go over?
Yeah, kind of sneak away as they're shooting the shit.
Okay. I guess
but
Jade
I
and
keep my
Demetrius go ahead and make
distance.
perception checks as well.
Eight.
21.
So Jade, you and Boxy, he's telling the story about this time a long time ago. You've kind of gathered that he has lived for a very long time, as he kind of just said. He's telling the story about playing some prank on an old king, and you guys are just wrapped up and having a great time. Demetrius, you see this woman walk up, and Jax kind of sneak away from the group to go talk to her. So she has a cup of wine and is sitting in the corner. This woman with this dark hood up, and Jax, before you even like fully kind of get to the table, she says, "You must be the one Eteocles sent me about."
Yeah. Very perceptive, even though probably not that hard to notice a black spear or trident.
I don't have to notice.
As I'm kind of using it as a walking stick.
I don't have to notice the trident to feel the presence by it.
That's fair. It's probably reeks of evilness. So I kind of go over and sit down now. Kind of take a sip from my cup.
What is your question?
I'm just wondering what this is. Tried to ask Ares about it. He didn't really give me a straight answer. Well, he did give me a straight answer. He just kind of said he has no idea. It's not his realm of expertise. Priest I asked said it was just really evil. None of them wanted anything to do with it, which is fair enough. I mean, from what I can tell, it's just really old, evil shit.
Yes, it is. And what do you think I can do to help?
I mean, I don't expect anyone to know how to break this, because I definitely attached to my soul at this point. I'm just kind of wondering if you could tell me about it.
I can tell you how to break it.
Oh, okay. I'm listening.
You're not going to like the answer.
What is the answer?
You have to deliver it back to Hades himself.
Huh. Okay. Do you know what this does?
A little bit, not exactly.
I would like to know.
Well, obviously it's a, masterwork trident. It's old, as you're saying. All this time her hood is still on. You don't see her eyes. It is a device to connect with spirits that never passed on fully to the underworld. And it has been in the underworld for a very long time. I'm surprised it's out.
Jax just kind of has a huge sigh. Well,
Told you wouldn't like the answer.
no, I wouldn't. But more glad it's with me than with the eclipse. That's for damn sure.
Her head like nods. You still don't really see her face. It's covered in shadow. But her head like tilts to the side and says, "The eclipse had it."
Yeah, right outside of the city. There, the lake with like a weird stone. You probably know it, but that stone was an actual like entranceway to an under cavern with like rooms and stuff, and they were summoning a giant water elemental.
A lot of soldiers died in the area where that lake was before it flooded, and I doubt they were given proper burial, so it makes sense their souls never passed on. How did the eclipse get it, though? They would have had to get it out of hell, and that's not easy.
I'm assuming it's not. Still doesn't make any sense because Jax is just kind of like rambling on to himself at this point, not really noticing he's probably giving sensitive information to a person he's probably never met. As he just kind of gives away that, wasn't it the priest of, oh my god, what's his name?
Delphi was the one that kidnapped Theseus.
Delphi? That's
Yeah.
what it was? That Delphi kidnapped, Theseus. As Josh just kind of keeps rambling on, just trying to find answers
Make an
to his own questions.
insight check.
Ooh, natty 20.
Whereas like her head kind of tilted and she looked surprised that the eclipse had this trident, she did not seem surprised at all when you mentioned that the priest of Delphi had Theseus.
Jax kind of takes notice to it and just kind of looks at her. So do you know what's going on here other than Oedipus being gone?
In the city itself?
Yeah.
I mean, you said you found that under the lake.
Yeah.
That probably affected the water and the food, the animals, all sorts of things. That, evil energy seeped into the city probably, and has certainly escalated things to worse. But the fact that Thebes lost their king, and then had to deal with a significant economic and political crisis in the wake of all the people returning from the war, was just a perfect storm for things going wrong. Outside of that trident, which you've now removed, there was nothing magical going on here. I came because I felt some sort of magical presence in Thebes, but the city itself did not have any sort of in magical intervention. So I must have been feeling the staff and or the trident and not placing the item correctly.
And why did you come other than that? What do you do exactly? Are you a priest? Are you...
She sips her wine and says, "I don't tell all my secrets to strangers, but if you want to be free of your curse, you need to get into the underworld."
Do you know a way?
You're not going to like it again.
I'm fine with anything you say.
There's an island off the eastern coast of Boeotia. To get there, you'll have to sail past one of the great sisters of the sea. one or the other. There is supposedly a gateway to hell on the island.
Okay. Yeah. Seems semi-doable. Not a little bit treacherous.
Sure. She gets up and walks away.
Before she gets up, like as she's getting up, I'm like, so, you know where Theseus is?
Delphi would be a good place to start.
It would be, but you didn't seem surprised when I mentioned that.
I can see. I know things. She starts off, she says, I can see, then she stops herself, and she just says, I know things. And, I knew about that one, knew about the presence here. I haven't done very well at preventing either of them, apparently, but oh well.
What exactly are you?
I mean, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Ooh, 18?
She just turns and says, someone who does not want to see the world end, and walks away.
Uh-oh.
Jax doesn't get up and like return to the group. He just kind of sits there, contemplating stuff for a moment.
I'm gonna go and sit next to Jax because I saw the lady, but I let the conversation happen, so now I want to know.
Yeah, I mean, Talia and Demetrius both, you saw Jax talk to this person for a while. But Talia, you go and sit down with Jax.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go and sit, and I'm pretty sure that sitting I'd have to be like.
I mean, you're not that short.
Yeah, but you guys are fucking dragons.
Jax
I'm not a dragon.
Jax
Oh,
is
wait,
just a
no,
dude.
You're the humanoid. Never mind. You're bigger than me, though.
You're
Alright.
what, 4 or 5 feet?
I'm like 5 feet. You're a big dude. You're a big
I'm 6
fighting
feet.
dude.
I'm
That's
6
big.
feet.
That's
I'm
big.
a foot taller.
Would you like
big.
to? Would you like me to come over, sit there, and you can sit on my shoulders and look at him eye
no,
in eye?
no, you know what? And I don't appreciate you patronizing me, actually.
Anyway,
Anyway, I go and sit next to Jax. Say, so how was that? It seemed like you found something. You were talking for a little bit.
yeah, just talking about stuff, you know.
When you say stuff, I mean a random woman with a cloak that we couldn't see her face came and talked to you. So did anything come of it?
I mean, I found out how to break the curse.
Okay. Did she tell you what it was?
A trident from hell.
Okay. Well, I mean, we
That
knew it was bad.
We knew it was bad, but I didn't know it was this bad because I could commune with souls that haven't passed on to hell. So, if my assumption is correct, somehow the Eclipse got it out of hell, took it here, because they knew this lake flooded, or something. I don't remember exactly what she said. I think it's flooded.
And like, I mean, kind of tangentially, you remember a story about this lake flooding and unseating like a horse army from their horses, and like a whole bunch of people drowned.
Okay. So that happened, and then they probably didn't get proper burial, so the Eclipse was probably using this to suck the souls in. I don't understand magic that well, other than like holy magic as I'm a cleric. And I get my power from Ares, so it's really the only type of magic I know of is like what Ares lets me use. I mean, I know a little bit about magic, but it's not like not a wizard by any means. So if my assumption is kind of correct, they were probably using the trident to collect these souls and transmute them into a water elemental.
Okay.
In Talia, one thing that you remembered about just elemental creatures in general is like the amorphous ones, like what you fought, tend to be like collections of masses of souls. So you can probably put together that this was like a mechanism for allowing them to channel the collection of souls and call it forth. But either some part of the ritual was done wrong or it wasn't completed because the elemental attacked the guy who summoned it.
Yeah, I mean, the ritual got interrupted, so that's probably why it wasn't powerful enough, and we were able to defeat it. It's probably the only reason, actually. Those kind of elementals are made from collections of souls, masses of souls. If it's
So they're
trying to make...
You're probably using this as a conduit.
Yes, and that makes me nervous because now we need to find the next piece and see what else they're trying to get at.
We have to sail to an island.
Why do we have to sail to an island, Jax?
No one's gonna like it.
I don't even like this to begin with, so just...
You sure you want to know? Are you positive?
We're gonna have to do it, aren't we?
Yeah, kinda. I mean, you guys don't have to. I can go by myself, but...
No, because then you'll die, and then it'll be my fault, and I'll live with eternal survivor's grief, and I can't.
Alright, cool. That's kind of what I was going for.
Okay. Oh, wait, did I just get tricked into going with you?
Manipulate, mansplain, gaslight.
Sure did.
Wow. Okay. That's cool. Just tell me then.
We had to sail across, what was the ocean?
It's off the eastern coast of Boeotia. Here, let me pull up the name because there's too many details. Oh, you have to sail into the Aegean Sea, basically.
Okay, we have to sail into that, and then there might be one of the sisters. Who knows?
I'm sorry. Wait, just 1 second. We are gonna sail past and more than likely see one of two of the Great Sea Sisters. Is that what you're telling me?
Maybe both.
Okay, so assuming that we somehow survived that, what do we do after that?
There's a gate to hell on that island.
Perfect. That sounds all like a terrible idea, and we're all probably gonna die. But is it the only way to get rid of that thing?
Yeah, we have to return it to hell.
Are we eventually going to die, and is the world eventually going to be at risk if we do not return this?
Probably not, but I'm at risk.
That's enough for my conscience.
I mean, she didn't really say it was killing me, per se.
Okay, but it's clearly evil, so...
Yeah. But it is with me. And I have a very strong connection with Ares, a god.
Did Ares have anything to say about this yet?
No. He just said there was some funky connection with my connection to him.
Maybe we should try and also check on that tonight. Maybe see if he's, not busy this time.
Maybe, but I'm just saying it didn't sound like she said it was killing me or anything like that. I probably should have asked that. To be honest, I didn't. I was more caught up in the fact that she knew about the kidnapping, and that we should probably go to Delphi.
Wait, she knew about the kidnapping?
Yeah.
How?
She said she sees things, and then she left.
She sees things.
My guess is she's a fate, maybe? I don't know why one of them would be leaving their fucking post, but I'm just assuming, because...
Okay, well, I guess,
Or she didn't say she sees things. She was about to say it, but then she said she knows things, but I'm just kind of connecting the dots.
Ah, I see. Okay. All right, well,
But she did not give me any other instructions when we get to hell. So
That's perfect. I like that. That sounds like a terrible plan.
oh, it does.
But we're gonna do it anyway, aren't we?
Yep.
Cool. All right, let's go tell the others. And I kind of just like get up, like walk over and relay to the other two that you know. So Jax got the information we needed.
Well,
Not
that's-
excited.
That you get to break his curse, or
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, you found a way to break your curse? That's dope.
Yeah. You guys want to go on an adventure?
sure. I'm always been fond of.
Great, you're in. Foxy, you in?
I'm kind of like staring at Boxy, but
He doesn't have he has like this wooden painted mask on, so you can't see like an expression on his face. But he was animated telling the story, and his shoulders kind of sink a bit. He's like, "You think you can con me without telling me what the adventure is?"
I mean, it's an adventure, that's for sure. Definitely an adventure. You're gonna want to come out. It's gonna be a hell of fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be great times. We're gonna have a bonding experience.
You are lying. You are You are absolutely lying.
I'm not lying. I said nothing. I just explained simply. Okay, so
Hey Jade, you in?
Oh yeah, I'm in.
good. That's a great plan.
All right,
Am I the
we
only
got
one
more
asking
for
the
four.
questions?
Yeah, Boxy's got a good head on his shoulders, and he wants.
Actually, I actually don't have a head on my shoulders. I have a chest.
It's an expression, Boxy.
I'm aware.
He's got a level box, okay? He's level boxed.
I mean, he sure is level. I mean, the bottom of that head is probably nice and straight.
It depends on what form it takes.
That's great. Okay, so what kind of preparations do we need for hell anyway?
Hell.
Oh, what?
Jax, he just turns to you and says, "The fun adventure that's going to be a bonding experience is hell."
Yeah. You gotta return this trident to hell.
Oh God, that would have been a great place to do that.
Probably get to meet Hades, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. You know, we'll
See a
we're
nice
also-
dog.
Also, anybody know how to sail?
I've been alive for 200 years. Of course I know how to sail a boat.
Okay, good.
Cool. You're
Because
our captain.
we're gonna be we're gonna be sailing through the eastern coast.
Of Boeotia.
Do you see Boxy took a sip of his wine and spits it all out on the inside of his mask?
This keeps getting better.
And Boxy, before you ask the question that I already asked, yes.
I didn't need
Yes,
to
we
ask the
do.
question. I knew what the answer was.
Yes, we do.
Maybe two.
Maybe both.
Boxy just kind of like looks up and is like,
And then we have to find an island that apparently hosts a gateway to hell, and that's our inn. And then we have no instructions after that.
It's smooth sailing from there.
Don't stop lying to them.
I'm not really lying.
You are
didn't give
lying to
me-
them. You're lying to them because this is a mission that everyone needs to be fully aware that we could die.
Yeah, it's a one-way trip.
I really don't want to take a one-way trip to hell.
I mean, it's a highway to hell, right?
"The fuck's a highway?"
Those don't exist yet.
You were a leader of military forces? Is this how you talk to troops on the battlefield?
No, actually, it's not.
You should maybe, like, you know, reflect on your life a little bit and, like, figure out, how do I inspire people to do extraordinary tasks? Because you're not doing a great job of it right now, buddy.
It's obvious we're not coming back, so it's okay. Let's just hear the truth.
Are you on the truth? We literally just told you the truth. We didn't really hide anything.
No, we
No.
didn't hide anything.
We have
the
to-
truth is, we have to go to hell. And
have to
we
go-
have to go through.
We gotta go through a fuck ton of shit to get this curse removed and this item back in hell.
You gotta go chat with Hades, a notoriously charitable and giving man. After sailing past either Scylla or Sharbatus, one of whom is probably going to eat us all. You know, I don't know if you know this about the Gateway of Hell, but it's guarded by Cerberus. Big puppy. Real big puppy. He's kind of a softie, though, not gonna lie.
I mean, I'm good with animals.
I'm also good with animals, but prefer not the very, very, very large ones.
Additionally, through the underworld, because Charon's not just going to let you sail the river Styx down, you'll have to maybe fight through Elysium, you know, the eternal resting plains of all great soldiers and heroes, the fiery plains of Asphodel, and then Tartarus, the lowest layer of hell for liars, thieves, and murderers, where I should probably be if we're being honest. And then,
So you
yeah,
fit right in.
Jax,
All right,
you're not.
that was mean of me. I'm sorry, Boxy.
I mean,
look all
you're
for it.
not wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. I fully understand. If I ever die, I'll end up in Tartarus, and I'm okay with that. You know, I've lived a good life, but you know,
I mean, I just don't want to die. That's just what it comes down to.
well, there is Charon, the boatman, ferries all the souls, right?
Yeah.
Notoriously greedy. Like, he makes me look like, you know, a humble dude. Maybe you could bribe your way down. Hades isn't going to let anybody just escape, though.
That's right. Even if we are able to get down there, even
I mean,
if you're
even
able to get it to where it needs to go,
Even if
then
we're
we
nice
have worry
enough to
about leaving.
return something to him.
Doesn't matter. This is Hades we're talking about. Come on.
There is one person that gets out of hell free of charge. And that's Persephone. You know, he can't really tell his wife no. She's kind of scary too.
Well, I mean, what month is it right now?
It's the spring.
Isn't technically Persephone only out in the spring?
Spring
is
and
it-
summer, kind of. So, I mean, theoretically, she would be out of hell right now.
Could always see if we can track down Persephone. Probably better than trying to make that whole entire trip.
Interesting. That's a thought. Do you think she'd talk to us? Do you think she'd help us?
I mean, with a fucking staff from hell, maybe.
I don't know. I guess we could look around. I definitely prefer not to go to hell if we could avoid it. Or at least not to go right this second.
Maybe.
So,
I mean, I have no idea where she would be, though. That's the only thing. I don't think anybody would know.
no, I don't think anybody would know, and I have no idea where to look.
Talia, give me a history check. DC 10.
5.
You didn't read your books enough in the cult.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't read enough.
Maybe.
I don't know very much about these situations.
maybe Artemis. You go back and talk to her. Well, you guys could. I doubt she would want me back in her forest with a fucking trident from hell, so.
Well, she did say she had a direct line to all of us now.
She might already be on her way.
Oh,
Or
doesn't
be,
hurt.
like, prepared for us when we get there.
Go
doesn't
ahead
hurt.
and give me either insight or arcana checks.
Anybody?
Anybody.
18 insight. Wait, hold on.
17
Plus
Arcana.
5, so 24.
I mean, Talia and Demetrius kind of just right ahead. You guys figure out that the items that she gave you, like we kind of talked about last week, she has a sense of you now. She basically only uses those to, like, know if you reveal her to the gods. She's not like...
Actually listening.
Right.
Got it. Okay. So we could go back and ask her.
Just like a general, maybe area that maybe she knows that Persephone might be.
Okay.
Worth a shot instead of going to hell.
I mean, it's the only god we know that's on Earth right now, so.
And the only one that we have somewhat of a good rapport with.
You do. And she definitely likes you after that inspiring speech.
Well, I'm happy that she likes me. Maybe that will help us. So maybe we can do that. I can go.
I think we have to go back that way anyway, because most likely our next stop is Delphine.
Delphi would be on the other side. Be the opposite direction of the forest.
Never mind. I mean, I say we make a quick stop in the morning after we wake up. Go see Artemis. If she has a whereabouts of Persephone, go to Persephone. Try to find her. If not, we keep killing the eclipse until maybe we get a little bit stronger and then we can sail to hell.
Yeah,
'Cause
I mean, either way, if
The
you
woman,
can.
the woman said it sounded like it wasn't killing me right away. So
Okay. Well, I guess we just, I mean, we just do what we always do. We keep going until we figure out that something bad is happening, and then we'll fix it.
pretty much.
Okay. Sounds like a great plan.
Okay.
Alright.
So you guys, like, finish off the night, head back up to your rooms. Everybody gets a little rest in. And morning comes with no real material effects seeming to have happened. As you guys are kind of all wake up and gather in the morning, anything in town you want to do, or
Probably not, but we probably have to come back here at some point to help fix Thebes. Just right now is not the most opportune time to help them.
also, Jax, as you wake up, give me a Constitution saving throw.
On the table. Constitution saving throw 14.
14. Things seem fine for you as you wake up. So far.
Cool. Not suspicious at all. All right. So let's. Someone's knocking at Mimic Star again.
No, there's like a crazy windstorm outside.
All right. I guess we just start riding or walking to the woods.
Okay, so it's not like you guys get out of the city. You see the same guards that were there at the gates the day before. They just kind of like shiver and let you out. They don't want to see Talia's poop snake again. And you guys head for the woods. It's a couple hours to get there by foot. And you guys head in. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
17.
14.
10.
19.
Jax, you're really focused, but the rest of you, as you kind of get into the woods, you begin to hear like a familiar dog growl. And you guys kind of make your way back to the clearing. And Artemis is like, she is pulling the arrow out of like a deer corpse, and says, "Oh hi, they told me you were coming." And she smiles at Talia as you guys come up.
Who
My
told you we were coming?
dogs, not
okay.
anybody else.
Okay.
And you see after she pulls the arrow out of the deer, who's like clearly dead, she like waves some magic over it, and it gets back up and runs away.
Whoa.
I hunt for the fun of it. It's not the deer's fault. It's not like the deer could actually escape my grasp if I want to, so.
Oh. Okay. Well, so we came back because we are trying to find out if maybe you might know where we could find Persephone.
Why do you want to find Persephone?
I hold up the trident.
That's
this is from hell.
yes. That's bad.
So
Yeah,
we
not fun.
we found it after we ran in with the eclipse. Wait, did that happen after or before? I don't remember.
After you left
After.
Artemis.
Okay, so we we ended up discovering that under the rock outside of this area actually leads to an underground, and there was a lot of stuff going on, but we interrupted a ritual. It got a little crazy, and yeah, so Jax picked that up out of the lake, and we think it's what was causing all kinds of crazy stuff to happen to the animals, and maybe possibly cursing the land for the people of Thebes. So we are hoping that returning it will fix all of these issues, and maybe Jax won't have his soul detached from him.
As you're talking, everybody give me a perception check.
18.
11.
12.
So the rest of you don't really see this. But Jax, you see Boxy is like salivating and inching closer to the stump, trying to be like very, very sneaky. But like the stump where you guys found the magical bow, he's like inching closer to it. Artemis,
Is he still wearing like the hood? Like the cloak?
his hood is up, but his mask is off, so you can legit see like drool. Artemis says to you, Talia, she says, dealing with Persephone is almost as bad as just fighting through hell, to be honest. Depends on what kind of mood you find her in. I mean, but if she's not in hell, she's on Olympus. So.
Fuck. God damn it.
Okay, so guess we're gonna have to go the other direction then.
Guess we're sailing to the island.
I
mean, you could ask somebody. I know you are I know you can talk to Ares, Jax. You could ask him, but
The thing is, I think this thing is kind of making our connection a little wacky.
well, I'll just give you the truth. They're not gonna let you make a deal with Persephone and especially not going to let her go back down to live with Hades without something in return. So
Yeah, it's worth an ask, I guess. Can't hurt.
I feel like that's a bad idea.
it's Persephone. It could definitely hurt.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but it's better if I make the deal than having the rest of them try to fight through hell with me.
Probably.
So if I die, I die. I mean, I've lived a good life. Or if I am fucking bound to servitude by Persephone, whatever the case is. Better that I do it for my own mistake of grabbing something I probably shouldn't have.
Probably? You definitely shouldn't have.
Alright, I don't need your sass right now. Alright? And also, can someone grab him as I look over at Boxy?
Boxy!
Yeah. What's up, guys? He's like breathing heavily.
Yeah. You could
Boxy,
stare at a maximum cover too long.
Do not touch that, Boxy.
I wasn't gonna touch anything, and no way in hell I was gonna touch anything.
Definitely don't touch anything here because they, as I point up to the dogs that he probably couldn't see or didn't notice before, will make sure.
I don't know. I'm pretty fast.
I think they're faster.
Artemis like readies her bow, and is like, "Don't you go near that." Very, very serious. And he's like, "Oh, well, I'm not trying to piss you off. Sorry, cursed. Not my fault. It's kind of a thing I have to do."
Alright, well, thank you, Artemis. Hopefully we'll see you again when we pass back through here after doing our stuff.
Hopefully. Even if you're on Olympus, I'll know if you sell me out to the gods. Just FYI.
Was never planning to.
No.
You showed us kindness, and I will always repay that kindness.
We will hold your secret. But that's why we asked you. We didn't want to bring attention to the gods of anything we're doing right now until we knew what we were up to. So, it was nice getting to come back in.
It was nice to see you too.
Now we can hopefully survive going. I don't want to piss any of them off again. I don't even know. I'm too scared. I just want to go back to my forest, really. I know why you live here now.
But we have a duty at this point.
This is a strong duty. It's a duty that we just simply cannot avoid.
Yes, saving the world is kind of important. So, without the world, there is nothing else. So, we wouldn't be here. So, kind of just start walking off, kind of more or less preparing myself in case something happens when I start praying to Ares later.
Okay. One thing I forgot to mention when we were in town, as you guys kind of shared information, Jax did tell you about the fact that King Crayon had like given this area of land to non-humans to like start a free city and stuff, and that's where your friend from the Athenian Reclaimers, Smacky, told you he and a couple of the other guys you served with were going to live. So they might know something. You know, a lot of non-human creatures at one point did serve with the Eclipse before the Reclaimers initiative kind of started. Because like they offered freedom to people who served with, or to non-humans that served with them. So that is another lead as well. But yeah, you guys head out of the forest. Takes you like another hour or so to get out. And things seem to be, going all right this morning. What'd you guys?
As we get out of the forest, Jax looks at everyone and goes, look, give me like an hour. I'm gonna go pray. Maybe strike a deal. Who knows? As Jax just kind of quietly walks away.
You don't want your friends with you, man?
I mean, I don't think they can really help in this aspect of maybe talking. Who knows? Like I said, I don't even know if they could even talk to Ares, considering it's just mostly me that has to talk to him. So, but you guys are welcome to join. I was just saying.
The whole like brooding loner thing, man. It's gonna get really hard for you the further you go along this journey.
True. But who knows if I'm even going to be around after this. So.
All right.
Sure.
It's up to you guys. You're welcome to join.
Okay. We could try it. I mean, that can't hurt. Maybe we'll strengthen your connection.
So.
Shut.
Jax like kind of goes around to like little like nice grassy patch, sits down and just starts praying.
So you go through a whole ritual. You spill some of your own blood on the grass. Give me a religion check. The rest of you guys all kind of just take in the process that Jax does this by.
24.
24. Around you, the grass that you're like, this little circle of the grass that you're in, all just sets on fire and burns completely up to like this charred, scorched earth. The wound on your hand like cauterizes in the flames, and you hear Ares' voice. The rest of you hear it as well. Jax, what the fuck happened to you?
What do you mean?
You have the trident of the fucking damned in your hands right now. You don't see Ares, but you can like feel his presence, kind of.
Yeah, the Eclipse had it.
How the fuck did they get that? And B, actually, you know what, I'm not even gonna ask B. It's a really cool looking mean weapon. I totally get you picked it up, why you picked it up.
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty nasty. It'll fuck some people up. But ugh.
Yeah.
You should not have touched that.
No, I shouldn't have. So I got a pretty big question for you.
What's up?
Is Persephone around?
Up here on... Yeah, she's up here on Olympus. Demeter, like, hogs her all to herself, though. Well, like, the 6 months she's up here.
Yeah, well, I found out how to break this curse.
Cool, because we definitely can't do that.
Yeah, I have to return it to hell.
Huh.
And honestly, don't want my friends to die in the process of getting there. We'll probably die in the process of getting it to hell. So...
You mean to tell me you don't want to fight your way through hell in glorious combat, Jax?
Oh, I want to 10%, like 100% want to, like, die a glorious death in hell. That's like my dream, you know that. But I'm with people that I actually care about for once, and I don't want them to do it.
If these people are hanging out with you, then they should probably want to go fight and die in glorious combat in hell. That sounds awesome.
Excuse me, I don't want to die in glorious combat.
Why not?
Because I don't want to die.
There is no better way to die.
But I don't combat.
Jax, why the fuck are you hanging out with this bitch?
It's not. I've been.
Aries, there are other people in this world that don't like to fight.
Weaklings. Weaklings, we call them.
I am not weak. I just prefer not to.
Relative to me, you are so weak.
Talia, please don't. This is gonna turn into a shouting match.
I will win.
Remember, God intimidating.
I mean, Aries is a bro, and I love him. But Aries, don't take this the wrong way. You're kind of stupid sometimes. I mean, you love to fight. There's more things to fighting in life.
You are both.
So please don't start arguing. I'm just wondering if Persephone's there. That's all I wanted to ask.
Jax, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god.
Ooh, 19?
19? That's not gonna save.
Oh no, he's gonna get smoted.
From the ground bursts flaming chains that wrap all around your body. Immediately as these chains wrap around you, you take 21 damage.
Okay.
You're gonna fucking call me stupid, you pathetic piece of shit. Yeah, we'll see how you fucking like it. The rest of you, you see Jax is completely surrounded in these chains, and like collapses into the ground, and disappears.
That happened.
I think he just pissed off a god.
Where did he go?
Does their connection sever right when I'm vanish?
We'll resolve that in a bit.
Okay.
The rest of you, you're staring at this like kind of charred, burning patch of grass that Jax used to be kneeling on. What you guys doing?
I'm panicking internally.
Same.
I'm just... Yeah.
We do now.
Jax, you awake. You can feel all your armor, all your weapons gone off of you. You are dangling from your ankles, completely wrapped up in chains. The chains burn, but you don't feel yourself dying, just in pain. Go ahead and make a perception check.
13.
13. You're still like groggy and like you feel like you're in an incredible amount of pain. You're in like a dark, rocky room. You can kind of guess that it would be a cave. But like you still feel like you're not dead. But you are trapped here. You see out of the shadows the form of Ares come. It says, "You know what? I liked you, Jax, but don't piss me off, buddy." He pulls out a knife, and like your arms are wrapped up, and he just like peels some flesh from your neck off of you, and that means sears in pain, but you feel yourself like again, not die, just be subjected to immense pain. Really gotta be careful. I gave you all this power. I kept you alive during the war, and this is how you fucking repay me.
You know, I didn't mean to call you, like, stupid. I just meant there's more to life than fighting. That's what I meant by it. I just didn't want my friend and you to turn into a shouting match, because that's what it would have turned into. I'm sorry.
You made a promise to serve me, Jax. Kind of
And I have served you brilliantly
cuts you again.
since we've made that pact. I've killed so many people in your name. Are you kidding?
You've killed a lot of people, Jax. But you're also trying to stop a fight instead of start one? And insult me personally in the process? You think I'm gonna let you go?
No, I don't. But I was fucking scared, okay? I picked up a trident I shouldn't have. And I'm trying to save the only people from going into a battle that they don't want, that I have to start myself going through hell. Don't get me wrong. I would love to go through hell and fight in your name and maybe get to Hades, alright? I would love that. Nothing more to do that.
Well,
But they don't have to go through that.
You should be scared now, buddy. Because you're never going to make it to hell.
Am I scared? No. You know why? Because I'm going to die at the god I love.
You think I'm going to let you die?
No. I'm going to get fucking fucked up in your name.
You hear another voice from the shadows. Ares, I thought this one was your favorite. Oh, this will be even more fun now. Ares, like, spins a dagger around between his fingers and says, yeah, buddy, it should be pretty fun. You see, like, in the voice, from the direction where the voice came from, a, like, blinding light, almost like the sun, as a tall, long, golden-haired male figure comes into view and says, I think we'll enjoy having fun with you very much. The rest of the group, you guys are still in this field. Boxy's like, so that was bad. Gonna be honest. Not good. Ares took your friend. Probably not to hell, because that's what he would have wanted.
Where else? Olympus.
That'd be a good place to look, I think, but you know, if Ares has, like, I don't know if Ares is, like, having him have him go on trial or something for, you know, insulting his covenant with the gods. I don't know if that's really Ares's shtick, you know?
No. Their military, it's gonna be much more aggressive.
Yeah, he'll probably just torture him forever.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun.
No, we should figure out how to get to him.
I mean, don't knock it till you try it, but no, it's not fun.
Listen, not here to, we're not here to make those judgments, okay? I'm just letting you know, I don't want my friend doesn't want that. So we should go rescue him from the gods that want to smite him and torture him.
That's a good plan.
He was. We rescue somebody from the gods.
Boxy kind of gathers himself a little bit. Every god has their weakness, right? Mm-hmm. So Ares gets angry, and Ares never backs down from a challenge, right?
Yeah.
That's his thing.
Yeah.
And yet sucks people into the ground.
That was the angry part. Look, Ares is really into fire and chains. I don't know what to tell you. We all had a goth phase, right?
All of us did.
But so Ares' whole shtick is he never backs down from challenge, particularly like, you know, a fight, particularly fighting like a big thing. You know, he wants to look tough. Ares is obsessed with looking tough, right? Athena, who you've met, really jealous, gets a little turfed up about her men and her pride. You know, she thinks she's supposed to be successor of Zeus. Zeus just likes to fuck everything. So I mean, that's something that you can exploit from him. I mean, they all got weaknesses, right? One that all of them share, except for maybe that one in there as he like motions back to the forest. They all think they're better than you. So they don't expect you to be able to trick them, which is how I was able to scam Athena in the first place. But, you know, they can do things we can't. At the same time, they underestimate us a lot. So maybe we can use that to our advantage.
It's worth a shot. Jax doesn't deserve to suffer, especially because that was just a complete overreaction.
Oh yeah, definitely. 100% an overreaction, but
It's a god, so yeah. But you know, we all also got stabbed by Athena just for like, you know, asking a question. So, yeah, clearly there's a bit of an anger problem throughout the gods.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. You know what else? It's because daddy issues.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like Zeus's dad, I mean, Zeus was the third born son, and like, it had already ate Poseidon and Hades before him, right? And then like, his dad already ate him, and then like, I mean, how many bastard children does Zeus have? Like, and then it's just, they
Yeah,
got
exactly.
problems. They are not.
Yeah.
The gods aren't good. They're not all bad. I actually think.
But they're not all good either.
Yeah. Look at the bright side. At least we don't have to go to hell right now.
That's always a bright side.
I was waiting for you to just go, and that's where we're in our session. I was gonna be like, you bastard. You know, it doesn't make me feel any better because we're still, you know, now we have to go to Olympus, and there's more of a chance we're gonna die.
I mean, if that's even where Ares is holding them.
I guess that's true, but where else would he be holding him?
Ares spent some of his boyhood in I don't have the myth memorized. I know Ares spent a lot of his boyhood because Zeus thought his son would try and kill him, and Ares is Hera and his only child or only son. So I know Zeus was like scared of Ares at the start of things, and so like Ares spent a lot of his time growing up on somewhere. I don't remember where off the top of my head, but we can probably find that in a library or something, or talking to a priest
Yeah.
back in Thebes or somewhere else. I don't know.
So, guess we're going back to Thebes for now.
Well, didn't you say that you knew some people in the village? Maybe we can go there and see if we can get some help or make sure that we have what we need before we go take on a huge mission like this.
What village? There's so many villages. Honey, I know a lot of people in a lot of villages.
Not you. Talking to Dimitri.
That wasn't me. That was the other dragon.
They are legit two different colored dragons. How can you not tell them apart?
I assumed it was Dimitri. Sorry. I'm sorry, Jade.
So Jade knows some people who went to like the new founding city. They didn't give you a name of the city yet, which
But
is
it was near Thebes because we were saying that was one of our other alternatives to going somewhere.
it would be like a day's walk for you guys.
Okay. I don't know. Somebody else decide. I'm just gonna go along with you guys. Whatever you guys want to do. I don't want anything else bad to happen.
Last night you guys were talking about stopping the end of the world. Lady, a lot of bad's gonna happen.
That's true.
You're gonna have to prepare. All of you at this point are gonna have to prepare yourselves for that.
I'm not happy about this. This sucks. We're gonna die.
I honestly was doing better chained to the floor in a cave. In the last, like, half a day I've known you people, things have gone from like, oh yay, I was super free, I'm happy again, and now has gone really bad. But I also feel like you need the help. And I don't want to see the world end, at least not before I can break my curse and, die happy.
You think it's been bad the last 2 days? You missed the giant spider.
Like, full spider, or like...
No, only half spider, half woman.
Was the half woman hot, though?
Not anymore.
Dang. Look, I mean, I'm a monster. There's not a lot of people that want to, hang out with a monster. So maybe a half woman, half spider would.
I feel you on that one.
That's all I'm saying. This guy knows. Why are you looking at me like that?
You're being paranoid that I'm looking at you like that. I'm just staring.
Didn't your mom ever teach you it's not polite to stare?
Why do you feel my judgment upon you? Is that what's happening?
A little bit.
Well, yeah, that's good. It's there. I just wasn't looking at you while I was doing it.
I'm gonna face the opposite direction now.
All right, fine. That's fine. You can go ahead and face the opposite direction. What the f are we gonna do? God damn. I'm just kind of like just panicking, just kind of moving around, and like I don't really. I didn't sign up for this.
I should have stayed in my cave.
We should have just practiced magic in your cave.
Right. I think the first thing we should do is go back to Thebes, find a library or somebody who can tell us where Ares spent a good portion of his boyhood. So we can maybe check to see if he brought Jax there.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's a good place to start. Do we know? Oh, never mind. Let's just look when we get there. So now it's a walk all the way back now, yes?
So you guys go back to Thebes. The same guards are at the door. They all kind of just cower out of fear away from you.
Yay.
You guys find a library of sorts in the city. Go ahead and make investigation checks. There actually is a temple to Ares in Thebes, actually.
I got a whole 5 on my investigation check.
I got 9.
12.
Demetrius, go ahead and roll a perception check for me as well.
Perception?
Yes.
That is 13.
Jesus, fuck.
Demetrius, out of the corner of your eye, you see what seems to be like a book fall off a shelf, or like a scroll fall off a shelf, kind of deeper in the library. Talia, you said you got a 12 on your investigation check?
Yes.
And Jade, what did you get on your investigation? Do you remember?
9.
9. So you guys know that Ares spent some time of his boyhood in actually the areas surrounding Thebes, or in the region that is modern day Boeotia here. But you don't get like a specific spot. He just said he spent like some of his boyhood in the area.
So there's no specific place.
Not specifically.
So what do we do now?
Demetrius is going to go deeper into the library and check out this scroll that just randomly fell off the shelf.
Demetrius, as you go further into the library, you see a tall figure, about as tall as you, which is surprising, in the back corner of the library, kind of looking at some of the scrolls.
Hello there. Just trying to kind of like calls out to him, to this figure, and see if I can contact them and get their attention.
They turn to you, and what you see is the face of a blue draconic being. There are scars kind of along the eyes and nose, but you get a feeling you recognize this person as you stare face to face with your sister. She is like shocked in looking at you. And says, You're alive.
I could say the same thing to you.
You probably have questions, but I can tell you something for certain. You are not safe in Thebes.
I definitely have questions. First question is, where would I be safe?
Get to the Free City. Dad is there. You'd be safe there at least for a while.
Will you meet me there?
If I can make it. People are hunting us, Demetrius. And I don't have time to say everything right now, but I know you need to go. She kind of tells you where the city is. It's the same. You get a feeling it's the same city that the that Jade was talking about. Talia and Jade, make perception checks for me.
16.
I can't tell if it's a 6 or a 9.
There's a dot.
Where's the dot?
One's
dot.
one's pointing toward the 19.
There should be a dot on.
There's a dot. There should be a dot if it's on the bottom of it.
It's a 9.
The 9's right next to the
Okay,
19.
so 8.
Jade, an arrow comes and pierces your shoulder.
Ow!
I kind of like get my bow out, like ready to shoot back at somebody. That's not how you hold a bow, but okay.
Is it your right ear?
Jade, you take
Thanks.
15 damage as this arrow, seemingly from out of nowhere, pierces your shoulder. Everybody roll initiative.
What the fuck?
Ow!
Fuck.
19.
19.
And 7.
Oh, God.
Oh, excuse me, 21.
Well, you go first anyway. So, Jade, you just got fucking pierced with this arrow from out of nowhere. Talia, you and Jade both kind of looking around, no idea where it came from. And you're up first.
I have no idea what to do because I don't know what to shoot out, what to look. Can I roll another perception check?
Yeah, sure. You can roll a perception check as your bonus action.
Worse than the first one. 7.
The arrow came from outside. That's all you know. It was not shot from inside the library. I mean, you still have your action if you want to try and, like, or you can, like, hold your action to see if, until something else happens. Or move.
I'm just going to move a few feet forward.
Do you want to take cover behind anything?
Yeah, I'm going to duck behind something.
So you get shot with the arrow and, like, kind of hop over the table and, like, flip it over and, like, just duck behind the table from kind of the place you can guess where the arrow came from. Demetrius, as you, like, turn to Jade's scream, you turn back and your sister is gone. Just straight up gone. You have your action. You also... yeah, give me a perception check as a free action.
Perception is 7.
7. I mean, it looks like your sister just... It didn't disappear, like, out of the blue, but, like, shuffled papers around where she left. You don't know what was there before she left or not. So you really see nothing of consequence, but you hear Jade scream, and you hear Jade scream out in pain.
Excuse me. Am I close enough that I would have seen the arrow hit him, or no?
You can kind of, like, bend around the corner. You kind of went around, like, a shelf, and you see, like, Jade with, like, an arrow in his shoulder, kind of working on pulling it out.
I'm gonna cast Dancing Lights and just, like, throw it up as high as I can.
The lights reveal nothing. It's daytime outside, but in this, like, library temple thing, you can kind of, like, you're, like, illuminating extra corners. You don't see your sister, and you don't see anybody else with, like, a bow or anything, unfortunately.
Right, and I'm going to take my movement to move back to Jade and Talia.
Okay. Talia, you're still kind of you're like hanging out, like not really understanding what's happening.
Yeah. I mean, I ducked down.
You haven't had a chance to duck down yet.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna duck down. I'm still holding my bow, but I'm gonna kind of like almost do the same thing as.
+3. Talia, an arrow pierces through your throat. You take 21 damage. Make a perception check as like a free thing.
As my free thing. Okay. 18.
You could see that like from the angle.
Holy shit.
There's like a small building across like the street from where you are, and like you kind of just had a chance to like turn and see the arrow came from like on top of that small building. They're basically like looking down from like a slightly elevated position through the door into this temple and firing arrows down on you.
We're being sniped at.
I'm kind of like trying to keep myself. I'm kind of pointing like
They have
that direction.
They actually miss you on the second turn.
Oh, that's good. That's excellent. I'm glad, but I'm not dead.
But that brings us to your turn, Talia.
That's great. That's good. It's a good way to start my turn. So I'm gonna hide first.
So you hop behind the table as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, I'm gonna hide. And then I don't know what to do. I just kind of let Jade know. I think I can see. I just saw just enough up above that building across the way here. That's where it's coming from, but I'm kind of looking around to like see if I can see where Demetrius is.
Demetrius is like still kind of covered behind like some bookshelves or something from like the angle where the person was shooting in. It doesn't seem to be like immediately. Demetrius doesn't seem to be an immediate like harm.
Okay. But I don't know if I could. Guess I could try shooting up that way, but I can't see anybody, right? I just happen to have seen the arrow coming from that direction.
Yeah, and I mean, you got fucked up by it.
Yeah, I did. I got fucked up. I'm bleeding a lot.
Yeah, so that's kind of you take cover.
That be my turn.
There is other exits of this building besides that one door that you're being shot at from. Boxy similarly takes cover and is like, guys, I think we should probably just get the fuck out of here.
That sounds like a plan.
He darts off and takes a full dash out. Jade, that brings us back up to you.
I think he might have the right idea. I'm gonna follow him.
So you also take a full dash out.
Full dash out.
Demetrius, I would assume same thing.
Yes.
I'd try it. I'd imagine with that much damage, I'm probably like woozy and.
What's your AC, Demetrius?
It is 12.
12. You get hit twice as the arrows can still kind of find you. Just tail end, and it's not as bad as the other guys. It just kind of like nicks you as it goes by. You still take 11 damage. But realize that it could have been much worse. And Talia, that brings us to your turn.
So I'm going to. I think I'm gonna, if I can try and get the full dash accomplished. I want to get out of there too.
So you all full dash out. and Boxy keeps running too, and have another round of going. By the time you got to where you were, Talia, the arrows could no longer find you. But Boxy kind of like leading the group kind of ducks into like a kind of small rundown building, as there's a lot of those around here. And it's like, why the fuck do you have people chasing you too?
I don't know. Maybe it's somebody that doesn't want us looking, or I don't know.
Did you guys piss some people off or something?
I mean, that's kind of a loaded question. We could have pissed off a lot of people at this point.
Anybody who would be sending killers after you?
Athens, maybe.
But yeah, they were. I mean, they were kind of looking for us.
Well, guess what? They found you. And that's where we'll end our session.
Yikes.
We're so bad. I got shot in the fucking throat. What the fuck, Mimic?
Things did not go your guys' way today.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. It was still fun, but shit, why I gotta get like shot in the? I mean, I guess it's better than the titty, but
Is it?
I don't want to get shot in the boob. Do you know how much that would hurt?
I
mean,
imagine
getting shot in the
roughly at a
throat
similar
probably
amount to being shot in the throat.
Well, no, actually, I have to say they're pretty cushioned. So, I mean, getting shot in the throat is definitely more uncomfortable than getting shot in the boob.
It all sounds bad. So, I am Imagery. That was Idiots Rolling Dice, episode 8 of the Epic. That was wild and zany. But anyway, I'm Idiot. Like I said, I'm the Dungeon Master. I'm joined by Daisy Cakes, who plays Talia, Jimmy, who plays Jade Dragonborn, Play, who plays Demetrius Longwing, and Vex, who plays Jax Karn. This was fun. I was happy to be here. For future reference, for those of you who watch the Twitch streams live, if you did, they're all going to be moving over to our YouTube channel, and that's just going to be the home for all of the video content from here on out. I put out the first YouTube short on the channel. I'm going to put out the first short video, different from an actual YouTube short, here within this next week. So there's just going to be, the content train's going to be pumping out on that front, which should be good. So you should go subscribe to the YouTube channel there and be a part of all that content going forward. And also, if you're listening to the podcast and haven't watched any of the video content, you should go check out the video content that is there already and is going to be there going forward. Because I think it's going to be good stuff. So yes, this was fun. You can follow us on social medias. Twitter is at erdpod. That's IRDPOD. Instagram and TikTok, where I'm also getting more active with the posting, is at Idiots Rolling Dice. So follow us there. Check out stuff that happens. Things are good to go on that front, I guess. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for listening to the podcast. I do appreciate it. I work very hard on all this stuff. So, I mean, when anything gets, those few views or likes or whatever, it does mean a lot for me. And tell your friends. If you're having fun and enjoying, tell your friends, hey, check this out as well. I'd appreciate it for sure. And I know the rest of the players would. So yes, going forward, all the streams are going to be on the YouTube channel. The links will be in the description for that. And yeah, I mean, just follow along with the contents and this thing that we're going on. So that's the end of the show. Peace.